Hey, everybody. Welcome to Collapsing with Casey. Today's title, Pet Friendly Nuclear Vacation Rental Spots. I think, yeah, man, just a dumb title, another dumb week, another week of another dumb life, right? Holy shit, what a shit show that's going on, man. How about the threat of nuclear war? Always a threat, living under threat of nuclear war. How awesome is that? I mean, man, we should probably have some more babies. We should probably keep on trucking and keep on fucking, keep on baby making, baby. Woo! Yeah, babies, man. Let's bring in some more babies. Well, the world needs more baby people, man. More baby Homo sapiens. Aren't they just special? Aren't they just the most special, it's precious, shitness little things? Oh, they're just adorable. My God, we need more of them. Mama wants Mama wants 20 grandkids. Grandma wants 40 grandkids. Grandpa wants 40 grandkids. I mean, come on, y'all. What y'all doing? How come y'all ain't shitting them out? What are y'all doing? You need to get it up. You need to come on down and make them babies, get them babies out. There's 7.9 billion of us. That just ain't enough, man. We got to keep on going. We got to keep this thing pinned. Keep the throttle pinned. Just pin it. Hey, Trish. Thank you. Oh, man. What stupidity, what fucking utter stupidity that we're living under this nuclear threat. I mean, we always have, 2001 was obviously a big one, right? That's long gone. So yeah, it was cool that we made it. Yeah, the Antarctic ice sheet gone. It's over the cliff. Brr, um, way over the cliff. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about how Guy McPherson says that we're already on borrowed time. I completely agree with that. He is quick to point out Wisław Myslowski's paper that was published in, I think it was 2012, predicting ice-free Arctic in 2016 to 2019. We got really lucky, and we haven't seen that yet. But it's looking like this year, the greenhouse gases are really catching up. The lag time is running out. I think we saw some crazy heat waves last summer. It's only going to be worse this summer. Summer's right around the corner now that we're getting into spring. Shitting my pants more. That's normal, you know, under the circumstances. Um, yeah, all that good stuff. So pretty well screwed, man. I I just I wanted to say too, the web link, the Zoom link is in the chat. If you would like to jump in on that, feel free to join me on the Zoom tube and chat about whatever is on your mind. For me, I had a really interesting message from a friend of mine who is a doomer who who volunteers with at a hospice center. So she volunteers at a place that's a hospice care facility, and I just found this out. So my friend texts me and says, "Fucking hell! I just found out the hospice center is making money off my volunteering." Which, I mean, a lot of time, I volunteered for conservation, the Georgia Reptile Society. My wife and I um, uh, gathered donations, a lot of donations, thousands of dollars worth of donations for reptile care, reptile education, and and I mean, we know now that conservation is a lie, bullshit. It's just about making money. So I was all about that at the time, and I'm still okay with it. Like, I don't go to the Georgia Reptile Center and go, "You guys owe me money." No, it's not like that. But for when you're dealing with volunteering with hospice, it's not supposed to be to make money for the system, for the, so you're supposed to be helping the people that patients, right? No, no, this is how fucking crooked um, Medicare is. So my friend writes, continues on. I didn't know until yesterday that my volunteer time sheet was about them getting reimbursed from Medicare. Medicare has a requirement that 5% of all hospice care should be has to be volunteer pay for the facility to get paid from Medicare. That's horseshit. What a fucking broken, corrupt, disgusting system. Healthcare system, entire system. The American government allows this. They not only allow it, it's fucking written into the, their rite of passage or whatever. Oh, just fucking horseshit. And the reason that all got found out was because my friend had a phone consultation, I guess, with the center, and they wanted a timesheet for the phone call. And my friend's like, "What do you need that for? There's a phone call. Come on." No, that's why, because that's how they have to. In order to get paid from Medicare, they have to have 5% volunteer. And this is my fucking collapse hair. I was gonna get it cut after I sold the house. Sold the house, all's good. Decided, fuck, dude, this is collapse, man. I'm running the fucking collapse cut. Take it or leave it. I'm taking it. Wife not too crazy about it, but she hadn't cut it off of me yet. Probably gonna start running around after me with scissors. That's dangerous. You're not supposed to run with scissors, especially after me. I trip and fall, trips and falls on me and stabs me 50 times accidentally. Now I'm dead, bleeding out and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna cut it or not. But yeah, I just wanted to holler off about that fucking that Medicare, Medicaid thing. That's such horseshit, man. And of course, more horseshit, talking about nuclear war. Goddamn, if people have no fucking idea how horrible that shit is, because it's been so ingrained in our minds over generations that, oh, all you have to do is just climb under your desk if you're at school. If you're at school, just get under the desk and little Timmy will be okay. Well, fucking what an idiotic, like, on top of that, now we have active shooter drills in schools. But oh man, but you can't wear a mask because that's traumatizing. Masks are fucking traumatizing, but let's fucking have active shooter drills, because that's not, that's fun, right? That's exciting. God, man, when the NRA fucking owns your government, that's what kind of dumb shit you get. Mm, drink up, folks. It's Friday night, and we're literally almost to the end. So, uh, fucking fuck, fuck, fucky, fuckerton, fuck. Um, uh, hey, climate chaos is here. If you could just pop in a room and just say, "Is your name?" and "Is here," and it's like, dude, see what you did to my hair, fucker? Oh man, welcome aboard, Climate Chaos. Good to have you here. You guys throw me something out in the chat that you want to talk about, that you want to hear. Um, the other thing I did want to talk about too tonight, obviously ice melt. We're getting into the heat, the heater part of the year, the spring followed by summer. I'm really glad that the El Nino is being pushed off until October. Maybe that's pretty cool. But the methane that's leaking out, especially around the ESAS, the Eastern Siberian Arctic Shelf, it looks um, it looks like just it, it it looks like the methane is really coming out, and it's also accelerating the ice melt. The temperature anomalies at the poles have been ridiculous, 50 and 70 degrees above normal. Um, That's not cool. That's not good. So, you know, if we somehow avoid BOE this year in the Arctic this summer, then great. Then maybe we get to next summer. I really don't see us getting through next summer. But you know, I hope we do, because you know, I mean, I see it both ways. I see the suffering that we create. People who are broke are just where I was, a few months ago, where I was literally just constantly throwing up, or constantly, if I wasn't throwing up, I was nauseous. And when that's the way that you feel all day, it's time to go, man. There's you either have to figure out how to fix that, or it's just time to go, because it's miserable. I've been that miserable many times in my life, but never on a day-to-day basis like I was with these last couple of years, having to work and juggle all that kind of shit. Um, you know, Lost Huskies Pack says, maybe it'll be so fast no one will have time to eat each other. That's a good, that's very, very possible, especially with nuclear war, especially those that are in the vape zone. Man, I want to be in that vape zone, bro, dude. What's the digits, man? What's the digits on the coordinates, man? I want to get in on that. We didn't get in on that fucking vape zone, bro. Um, God, yeah, there's some hope for that. But what I was getting at is poor people who are struggling and know that there's literally no future, maybe not even tomorrow. We're already on borrowed time. They have no time to enjoy with their families, their friends. And even if they do have any time, their friends and families are probably all fucking normies, right? So they can't express they can't get their emotions out. Like I can talk to you guys and just fucking open my heart, speak from the fucking heart as best I can. Um, but you probably can't do that. And that's not cool. That's not fucking fair to you at all. Your voice needs to be heard. If you are listening to this channel and you know what's going on, you're probably way above intelligence and acceptance and being a realist than other people, normal people. And I mean, not to toot my own horn there, I'm tooting your horn, because I always felt that way too, but I was always shut down. I was always, you're wrong, Joey. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as you say it is. It'll get better. Things will get better. They'll fix it in the long run. That's, even that's what conservation. They're going to fix it. They're going to save a salamander over here in fucking South Georgia that, oh, wait, you know what? That saving that salamander in South Georgia is probably not going to save the planet, is it? Never mind. Yeah. Conservation is a fucking lie. It's fucking horseshit. And I'm so sick of the, it's just a money make. It's another money making scam. Conservation is just like, all of the science grants, grant money going to scientists. They're still studying ice melt because, well, maybe we can study it more and figure something out. And even if we do figure something out, we're not going to do anything because we're people and we just fuck it up more. We don't fix shit, even if we can or have a solution, like, I mean, the Mirrors Project, it's pretty hokey and silly, but it's worth trying, really is. But it's not even going to be tried. And that's not even a whole lot you're not even talking about a whole lot of money in the grand scheme of things, and a whole lot of an act in the grand scheme of things. Really, for as little areas, they need to, you know, rebuild albedo and grow from there. And still, it doesn't bring back all the species that we've killed. We've uh, made go extinct, I should say, not just killed, but species that we've brought to extinction, which is 150 to 200 per day on average, closer to 200 per day. That's it. Even that's conservative. Since 2010, even that year is conservative. It's been going on long before that, and has only accelerated as we've continued to add more people to the planet. Man, like I said in the beginning of the show, rather, keep on pumping them out. Keep on pumping them out, ladies and gentlemen. The world needs more Homo sapiens because, by golly, let's get our numbers up, man. We can do this. We can get 8 billion, and maybe we can even hit another 8.1 or something, man. If everybody really got on their toes and got real fertile again, maybe we can even hit 8.5 billion before we really start to go extinct. And I'm obviously being, uh, a sarcasm there because you know, I forget who the scientist said 100 to 600 billion was, was kind of manageable. That was like Earth could sustain that. But with people, Homo sapiens, or any species for that matter, but especially Homo sapiens who should be intelligent enough to know when to stop, are not intelligent at all to know when to stop, and keep on going. So even two Homo sapiens, in my opinion, is already overshoot because two is still going to get you to 100 to 600 million. And once you get over that, that's when that scientist was talking about. That's overshoot. Once you go past those numbers of population, well, I hate to say it, but those 100 to 600 million turned into 7.9 billion pretty damn quick, right? Didn't take that many generations of humans to get those numbers, right? 7.9 billion where we're at today. Huge. And people think that that is still okay. People are just like, oh, they can fit more of us. The earth can feed more of us and fit more of us. And there's still plenty of gas to dig up and drive our cars and fly our planes and and do our cruises and get more yachts. And holy shit, people, no, we're running out of all the energy. No other species has dug up 4.5 billion years or 450 billion years of fossil fuels, of death, and fucking sucked them up out of the earth and pumped them up, burned them, and pumped them up into the atmosphere like Homo sapien has done. That is insane. When you think about that, when you think about it that way, that is insane. No wonder it's abrupt, irreversible climate change, and it's human caused. It's anthropogenic climate change because no other species has ever done this experiment of digging up 450 billion years worth of greenhouse gases and just, oh, let's light that shit on fire and burn it up into the atmosphere. And football, woo, football. That's another thing. I was fucking going off the other night about sports and education, like having to go to the fucking goddamn, having to go to the fucking pep rally, dude. That shit is so goddamn stupid. That shit is such a waste of time. These jocks that get away with fucking murder because they can catch or throw a ball or run or something stupid and useless. They can't read a fucking book. They can't budget a checkbook. You know, just just basic shit that you gotta do to fucking function. As an adult or even a large child. Okay, let's give them credit where credit's due. These athletes are large children. Um, you've got there's no money for education. There's no money for books, but goddamn it, it's all about the sports team. So the football stadium, the gymnasium, all that shit's going to be immaculate and up to date, and grass all pretty, the lines all painted and pretty, and blah blah blah. Um, it's so dumb. Like even colleges are based on their athletic, their football team. Really, how good is your college? How good is your football team? That's how good your college is. Like, how the fuck does that compute? Oh God, we're doomed to go extinct. We are a species that is so fucking stupid that we don't even value education. We just shit out kids, throw them into the yellow school bus, and go, "Here, government, you raise my kid. I'll go work for you." And then we all wonder, like, how come we're all stupid and believe the same lies? Like, the government's good, praise God, uh, worship the flag and God. God is good, flag is good, war is good, and kill your neighbor, if you have to. What the fuck is that? At least have more guns than your neighbor, so they can't outgun you, and then you might be safe for a little while. I mean, oh God, yeah. Oh, sorry, Elena. I saw you. Yeah, you had three children, but I'm sure you had kids when times were a lot better. When I talk about people being and stuff, I'm talking about like people that are, I see in the store they're pregnant, at the grocery store. I'm just like, don't you see how aisle 7 is like half empty? Do you think now is good time to be, you know, doing this? Yeah, and I mean, I always knew from when I was a kid. Like, I remember the first time I saw apartment buildings. I think I was somewhere around 5 or so, maybe younger. But I didn't know obviously what the meaning of overshoot was. I didn't know what the word was. But I just remember seeing apartment buildings and go, wow, people live there. It's like, they're like stacked up these boxes basically on top of each other. They've got to go up 3 flights of stairs. I'm like, wow, that seems like a lot of work. It seems like a pain in the ass. Why would anybody want to live like that? And then I would see kids. And I'm like, whoa, there's kids there? Well, I guess that makes sense. Adults are there, so they have kids. And well, fuck, those kids don't even have a yard to play in. That's terrible. And, I would think about that and go, I just don't understand why anybody would live in an apartment. Why wouldn't people at that point go, oh, let's stop breeding? Because that's kind of that, not a whole lot of room there to, for space and freedom. And, for me, I was a kid, I wanted to go play in the yard. I was like, man, if I lived there, I wouldn't even have a yard to play in. I don't want any part of that. I'd rather go home and get my ass kicked because, at least after I get my ass kicked, I can go play in the yard. I, it's, it's really frustrating to see people continually, even at 7.9 billion, people are just popping them out, man, just popping them out. Um, oh, you know, I guys, I'm running out of stuff. I think that was kind of all like I wanted to just get off my chest. Sorry, I haven't been writing a bunch of stuff. You try to prepare more. I'm just kind of like off the cuff. Because it's been crazy with the move and getting settled in here. And now I'm trying to like vacate the premises as often as we can. We got to go to Okefenokee for 5 days. That's been on the agenda. It's been 2 years since I've been down to where we went. It's my absolute favorite place to go. I've got a second favorite place to go, and we're going to go spend a week there next week, starting from Wednesday to Wednesday. So I don't know if there'll be a live stream next week, but just know that I'm hopefully seeing some wild animals, some exotic animals in the wild. Hopefully, maybe Eastern Diamondback rattlesnake. That's like high on the list. There's a good possibility of that there. Gopher tortoise, probably a good, a possibility of that there. That's a federally protected, endangered in our state reptile here in Georgia. The gopher tortoise. So I'd love to see one of them in the wild, which I have before. I saw one in South Carolina, ironically, just outside of a reptile show. So because we were at a reptile show, there was some woods right next door to where the reptile show was, but something told me someone brought him there and set him loose. So I don't know if I really count that as a wild gopher tortoise, but we did report it to DNR, the in South Carolina. Just, just to do our part. Um, Lost Huskies writes, it's frustrating when you show people the articles hinting to catastrophic climate change and they act like it's nothing. Yeah. And I'm just losing my mind trying to get them to my um, acceptance so we can, I think you're saying open, so we can have an open dialogue, or talk about it. That's a great point. That is something I started to bring up earlier and got sidetracked. Lost Huskies, um, you're so right. And a lot of us that even have spouses that we're, even if we're on really great terms and everything is great between us, between them, the spouse that's not into acceptance or doesn't want to talk about or deal with reality, that is really hard for people like us because what people don't realize, people put in the back of their mind that well, if you just don't think about it and don't worry about it, you'll be better off for it. And no, that's like bottling up pain or a cry, and you just keep it bottled up. And at some point, that lid is going to pop. It's going to pop like a champagne bottle, and it's just going to fucking just everything's going to come out, and it's going to be nasty. Everybody's going to have to take a shower afterwards because it's going to be all sticky. Um, we people have to. We're community animals. We have to have community. We have to be able to talk things out, talk things through. It's no different than your spouse cheating on you and you just going, well, if I just don't talk about it and don't let it bother me, then it won't bother me. Bullshit. You're going to hold that shit in. And you're going to be like, I know they're fucking cheating on me. I know they're fucking around. You can't just ignore that. You've got to face the reality and get through it, get past it, and decide on whether you're going to forgive and forget or or split up. But either way, you've got to have that talk, you know. And thankfully, being aware and being a realist, there's nothing wrong with it. Cheating on your spouse is pretty dirty. That's pretty. But being a realist and being aware that it shouldn't be a punishment. That should be something that if my wife had something on her mind, I would want her to talk to me about it. I want to, let's talk about it, get it out there, and see what we can do to solve it. This is a problem that's not solvable. That's why it's called a predicament. But if we can talk about it, at least we get some healing, we can get some grief out, and we can kind of move on a little bit. Maybe we definitely can't move on if we can't talk about it. But people are just fucking weird like that. Um, yeah, delaying denial is useful art. Yeah, it is for them, and but we also have to put ourselves. We have to kind of fake, pretend to put ourselves in that denial mindset when we're with them, right? Like we're at work or at a family event or whatever. Then we have to, yeah, we have to, you know, pretend like we're in denial and everything's fine. And that is excruciatingly painful. That's so it just it kills you. It kills your spirit because you're not able to be you. And you know, for all of us here, like I was saying earlier, you guys are really intelligent. Some of you I actually know and Zoom with and know who I'm talking to in here. I can honestly say you're very fucking intelligent. And for people to put you down or not allow you to be able to talk about your feelings and get this stuff out there, it is it is so fucking hard and puts us in such a dark place to have all this shit bottled in, right? bottled in. It just builds and builds and builds, like I was talking about, shaking the champagne. It's gonna fucking pop. When it pops, all the shit's gonna come out, and it's gonna be like, just overspray. Overboard, overload, overshoot over everything because it's been fucking bottled up for so long. I mean, I would love to get my parents in a room and just sit them down and just speech, just fucking throw my feelings, just like I can do with you guys, and throw everything out there. And if you guys get it, and you guys, well, yeah, I feel the same way. It sucks. It's frustrating. And, you know, my parents they would they would just fuck out of the room. They're just like, fuck this guy. It's not mine. What the hell did I even come to this shit for? It's so frustrating. So frustrating. To have to deal with normies and empty glasses and don't want to get too gloomy. Not totally empty. And there's like four little cubes of ice, so the ice hasn't melted yet. That's always a good sign, right? Oh, fucking ice melt, man. Fucking ice melt. It's sometimes I sit here and think about not even just doing a live stream, but just generally speaking, like, man, it's like all I think about is ice melt. It's pretty fucking simple. Warmth melts ice. When the ice melts, the water warms up. Pretty fucking simple, right? So like how much time can we really devote to talking about that? Well, it turns out there's a lot of denial. There's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of Jesus going on in other people's minds. So in that sense, yeah, you can fucking really break down some ice melt and talk about it for fucking hours, days, months, years, lifetimes have probably been spent at this point talking about ice melt. Um, yeah, Elaine, you're absolutely right. People don't overcome the trauma of reality, and that's why they go into that. Obviously, that's like a totally religious thing. Like, well, I just have faith in Jesus because all I need is the faith, and that's all I need. It's real for me. You know, um, that kind of stuff. That's why we have like crazy ass investors like Creflo Dollar and Ernest Angeli. Man, did you guys ever watch Ernest Angeli? If you have not ever seen Ernest Angeli, YouTube some old Ernest Angeli. He's the guy that goes, bam, he just fucking whacks you in the forehead and people fall back. They fall flat on their back. And there's teams. He has teams of people that catch you when you're healed. You're healed. It's so he's just southern, pure Southern Baptist, man. Pure blooded. He's probably the blood that all the other Southern Baptists were fucking ejaculated from or something. God damn, that shit's funny though. There's a whole team of people. They would get from there's been documentaries on this, and I'm trying to remember without having seen a documentary recently. So I'm kind of ad libbing from memory. But you go to these seminars basically, and you pay a lot of money to get in. And if you have an ailment, let's say you're you're deaf or something like that. Or no, they would have people that were already hired. They already had picked out, hired. So he would like point at somebody in the crowd and go, "You are so and so." "Yes, I am." You are deaf and you haven't heard a word spoken in 23 years and 16 days and 45 minutes. And they go, "How did you know that?" Or, well, since they're deaf, then it's all, hand signal. But yeah, they're signaling back. "How did you know that?" He was like, "The Lord just hit me with a healing power." So they bring the fucking the salesman for the preacher up there, and it goes, "By the power of the Lord," or something like that. bam, you're healed. And they fall back, and he's got a team of people, like I was saying, that catch him. It's the funniest fucking shit, man. I mean, you can just make video after video after video of clips of watching this and just fucking die laughing. It's so hokey. And then they get up and they're like, I can hear, I haven't heard a word in 26 years, and I can hear just as clear as day. It's funny. It's really fucking funny. But the problem is, it's just like wrestling. People think it's fucking real. They believe that shit. And then, oh, that's Jesus. That's Jesus. He does Lord's work. This guy's people are fucking buying him airplanes and his own private jets and yachts and shit. And he's just a fucking scam artist. He's just another fucking Donald Trump, or any politician for that matter. Not even just, not to throw Trump out there, but he is pretty much the anecdote to people think that he's not a politician and he's for them. So I mean, he's a good target for that because he's such the biggest piece of shit politician ever. But yet people cut him slack because they don't think he's a politician. It makes no fucking sense, man. It makes no sense. Oh God, that guy's such a great scam artist. And I don't know why they never scammed me. I always knew he was full of shit. So how come I figured it out? But and you know, and then everybody's like, "Well, at least he ain't Joe Biden." Well, fuck. So that's your comeback. At least he's not Joe Biden. Well, what if Biden sucks really bad too? Then what do you got? What are you going to give me now? Clinton? A Clinton? Throw me a Bush. I mean, God, these people are all pretty much equally disgusting. They all should be in jail. Did Hillary ever go to jail? Nope. Trump ever go to jail? Nope. Nobody's going to fucking jail. Nobody with that amount of power is going to fucking jail. And if they do, it's a resort. Like Martha Stewart went. I don't know if you guys know the story of where Martha Stewart went to prison, but it was a rich prison. And Victor Conte also went to that same prison during that same time, and he spoke about hookers, recreational areas like pools and racquetball courts and tennis courts and and even bars. The female cops were hookers, the good looking ones, like all kind of crazy shit. Like no fences, no fences at this place. So um off on weekends you could just leave and you got to be back by Monday. Weekends and holidays totally off. Go do whatever the fuck you want. There and people who are poor, who are rich people who lost all their money or lost all their money while they're in the rich people prison. They're all trying to figure out how to stay there, how to get in trouble and be able to stay there because it's better than fucking normal life. It's better than it's a better life than 9 to 5 and normal life, because you're basically have everything you want. You're not even fenced in to this prison. And, rich people just have it completely different, but poor people don't recognize that, and so they just think that everybody that's rich is great and their lives are wonderful and they want to be like them. And if they support them in politics or watch their movies somehow, the trickle down economic factor, some shit like some crazy, and that's some more fucking talk about conspiracy shit. Trickle down economics is one of my favorite conspiracy theories because it's not real. People don't make money. They fight over fucking crumbs because trickle down economics does not fucking work. It's a bullshit lie. I got in an argument with a millionaire who thought he was my friend. I thought he was my friend too. And when he and I disagreed about trickle down economics. He said, "Don't ever contact me, or I'll sick my Homeland Security friend on you and he'll fuck you up. I was just like, whoa, that's your fucking comeback? That's how you win the argument? Is you just are gonna fucking sick Homeland Security on me? What a fucking cocksucker that guy is. And I still want to say his name but I know one of y'all look him up. You go, hey, you know Joey Casey? He said this about you. Is it true? You're probably a douchebag. And then he'd find the clip, and then he would probably send his Homeland Security douchebag friend on me. So I won't say his name. I almost said it, but no. And it's not anybody you guys know. This guy's totally not a doomer. He's just a motorcycle guy. That's how I know him from. So, guys, I think it's time for a refill. If nobody wants to jump on and join the conversation or throw in some kind of throw something at me in the chat to talk about, I'll sign off. And it's good to hang out with you guys. Thank you all for listening and letting me get shit off my chest. And I throw the Zoom link up every Friday too for you guys to allow you the same, should you choose so to do. I'm thinking about, since I sold my house and everything, I want to do some fun things with the channel. I want to get some shirts made, so let me know your shirt sizes if you want a shirt. Um, um, Also, I'm thinking about, people are hurting for money, and I'm hurting for a guest, I'll say. So, hey, man, come on my channel and, talk to me about coming on my channel. We'll talk about what you want to talk about and have a good conversation. I'll throw you $100. I know a lot of people don't want to put themselves out there because, they have a reputation that you might be a professional, or you just don't want fucking your boss or, a family member to see. And I get that. So, if if I'm friends with you on Facebook, I won't tag you in the channel, in the post or whatever on the channel. It's little things like that that I can do, which is, I know isn't much, but just if anybody wants to come on and we have something good to talk about, let's do it, man. I'll throw you $100. It'll help me with the channel. And even if you don't do that, get on my email list at practicetrack@yahoo.com. We do Zooms usually once every Tuesday at 6 o'clock Eastern here in America. But it's a worldwide Zoom. You can jump in anytime that we're doing it. All you need to do is email me your email address. I can include you in the email when I send the link out every Tuesday for the private Zooms. These are private; they're not recorded, and a lot of us are. I think myself anyway. I know it helps me, but I think it helps. We have a good group of us that get together. Almost everybody, it's almost the same folks every week. We've kind of got it dwindled down to about 5 or 6 people that just we have a good talk and a good hangout, and we talk about real shit, but we also laugh. We Saskia said I'm already weird in real life. I'll come in on here for free. I understand, man. I was always weird. I was always the weird guy, like I was saying earlier. People used to tell me, "Oh, shut up, Joey. It's not that bad. You're over exaggerating. Everything's fine. Calm down, chill out, blah blah blah. Go to college, have kids, uh, you know, work until you retire and enjoy your retirement." Like, I always knew I'd never get so scaredy. I'm like, you guys are insane. We're never gonna live long enough to get Social Security, and even if we do, it won't be there. It'll be gone. They've already stolen that from us. That's why they're stealing it. They know that we won't be there to need it later. They're just fucking taking it now. That's what they do. That's why they're when you can write your own laws and you control the media and the information to keep people focused on what you need them to be pissed off about, you can steal all their money. You can make them as dumb as you can make them, steal all their money. It's it's fascinating to watch. That's why I pay attention, because it's fascinating for me to see the idiocracy. Yeah. Get on my email list. It's practice like a dental practice, track like a racetrack, practice track at yahoo.com. I've got to get ready to spend the weekend sleeping in the car. My wife and I are sleeping in the car because we're going to announce a race in North Georgia. It's going to be cold. It's going to be down to freezing. And that's why we're sleeping in the car, not the tent. We've got our Jackery ready to go. It's powered up, fully charged, and we're going to bring the Jackery 1500 so we can run a heater in the car all night without having to run the car and the gas. So I'm looking forward to trying out the Jackery for the first time. I bought the 1500 that has 4 solar panels that come with it. So there's 4 foldable solar panels. So even though it's 4, you could say 8, but it's really 4 because they're 4 connected. But yeah, 8 total solar panels, I guess. It's really 4. I mean, to confuse you there. Maybe I'm confused too. So we're going to charge that up while the race is going on during the day. It's going to be sunny, so we'll see what that's all about. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I when I used to announce races when I was younger, been doing it since 1989. I had a blast doing it. I was excited about it. I loved the sport. The sport was much more exciting back then. The local racing was a lot better, a lot more people, because we weren't in such late stage collapse. There wasn't, the 2008 housing crisis. That was a big, that was a big collapse, a big, I'm trying to say, uh, uh, God dang it, depression. Yeah, depression is what I was trying to say. So since since really not long after 9/11, the racing hasn't been as good. But um, having to do that as a second job while I worked Monday through Friday, doing regular jobs, it made race announcing not fun anymore, and it was just another job, and it was a pain in the ass. Then I got a job that was paid enough to where eventually I was able to get a house again, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to announce races anymore because it's not fun, and I want my weekends off because I feel like my time is short and getting very shorter very fast. So um, I got to where I didn't like announcing races anymore, and I quit doing it. I had all these races lined up a few years ago, and I just looked at my calendar, and I was like, I'm going to have a fucking meltdown, or I'm going to just take all these weekends off. And I chose, not to have the meltdown. Um, then COVID happened, and people at work started getting really, really shitty because they COVID deniers. That Trump was in. He was saying it was a fake virus, and Chinese hoax, and Democratic hoax, and all this dumb shit. And masks, don't help in any way, and deprive you of oxygen, even though fucking surgeons wear masks when they're cutting on you. So all that kind of shit. So I was just like, dude, this place, my job, the whole world, everyone in America was going batshit stupid. So I anyway, I got fired a couple times from work over basically that because they don't they think I'm a kook and stuff. So they fired me for whatever reason. I was really good at my job, so they did bring me back and fired me again. Uh, but what I was getting at was I've been able to go back to race announcing and kind of enjoy it more now. And to do something. I got to do something. I mean, I don't want my wife and her dad think I'm just a lazy piece of shit. Doesn't do anything. So I'm still going to keep announcing these races. Like I said, it's becoming fun again. you know, a little bit. It's not fun like it used to be, but nothing is, right? So I'm kind of digging that, putting a little bit of money in the pocket, even though it's not enough to make a difference. But I live farther away from the tracks I used to work at, and they've all upped my pay to make up extra time traveled. So that's cool. So that makes me want to do a good job and be there, and enjoy doing my job, because I'll be a better announcer when I'm enjoying, doing it. So yeah, looking forward to that. Just wishing it wasn't cold. I'd rather be pitching the tent. Really nice Coleman camp bed, with an air mattress, but that's just too cold to tent camp this weekend. Like I said, it's gonna be freezing, so we're gonna be in the car with a little heater running, thanks to the Jackery. We'll see if it'll run the heater for 2 nights with some more charge up during the day on Sunday. But sorry, that was way more than you guys needed to hear about my stupid weekends. Um, you guys have a good week, and I hope you're well. My friends out there that I know are having constant nausea, are nervous. I feel for you guys, man. I believe me, I think about you all the time, every day, because I've been there, and it hurts me that to know that any one of my friends is out there hurting like I was hurting. And if I could somehow, if I could somehow win a fucking small lottery, I would just, you know, buy my friends retirement, and so that they could just chill these last days and relax and try to get a little bit of enjoyment in life at this point. So I'll keep working for that. I'll keep I'm, I'm trying to think as, anything. I got a friend that's in an abusive relationship that I'm working on, trying to come up with a plan. If there's anything I can do to help, I don't know that they're just, I think about you guys all the time, because you guys have really helped me through my situations and my trauma, and things right now are I'm better off for it. So I really do appreciate you guys for that. So yeah, have a good week. We'll hopefully talk soon, very soon. And you guys, uh, I'll be here Tuesday night for our private Zoom. So I'll see you guys then on that email if you haven't. So yeah, everybody.